welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A show. I am your host, Ken Nickels, and I'm here tonight with Melanie Nickels. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl and American board certified hair color experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products that can be found at rawhairorganics.com. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls Academy and the Curl Institute, and we're going to talk about that later on today in tonight's show. So welcome. If you're new to the show, it is show number 201 if you've been following along, and every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we go live, and we live stream in a number of different places. So if you're new to the show tonight or you're listening to the podcast, you can watch us live streaming on YouTube at the Curly Hair Q&A Show YouTube channel. That is your best user experience. That's where we really recommend that you go. Best sound quality, best video quality, just everything about it, because that's what they do. You can also watch us live streaming on Facebook in the Curly Girls support group, which you have to join. That's a private group with almost 70,000 curly haired women. And the Diva Curl users support group on Facebook as well. On Instagram, we also live stream every Monday night at Raw Curls is our handle. So hello, Instagram. And more and more people have been following us on Instagram lately, so that's really cool. So, anyway,
Why
welcome.
Are you taking off your glasses?
Just because they're really uncomfortable, but that's okay.
They don't
Everybody
even
got
fit
to
your
see them
head.
who was watching.
They
Got
don't
to see
fit
'em.
your big.
They don't fit my head. That's
Try
it.
it. You didn't have
I
them
did
on
try
right.
it. I had. What do you mean didn't have them on right? They're made for a pinhead. Look at that.
No.
I got to stretch them apart and whatever, and it's just.
Oh, don't be a baby.
It's just what.
Bah humbug. You're not even in the spirit.
Tell me, I am in the spirit. Ho ho ho! I'm in the spirit, and I'll tell you how much we are in the spirit. Also, we are a 2019 award-winning podcast. So, if you are watching us live stream and you'd like to listen to us in the future, or listen to our previous 200 episodes plus 100 or so or more of our daily curly hair question of the day shows, you can find them wherever you listen to podcasts, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Podcast Addict, SoundCloud, and I think that's it for now. So lots of places you can consume us if you'd like. So there you go, 2019 award-winning podcast, and we're going to show you why tonight, maybe. Anyway, so I'm here with Melanie. Yeah, so I'm here with Melanie. How are you tonight, Melanie?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Wonderful. So, Melanie barely made it tonight. And
What do you mean? I was here an hour early.
Right, but then you left.
And then I left.
And then you left. And she was...
I can get a lot done in an hour.
Yes, and she barely made it. And for those of you who have been following us on the show for the last, however long, as little as a year, Melanie had another visitor yesterday morning.
Oh, well, that's one of my fun facts.
Oh, Melanie, do you have any fun facts to share with us tonight?
I do. Well, actually, you don't even know about one. So
okay, good.
Yesterday, I was rollerblading with the bears in the neighborhood. Yeah. And today, I was rollerblading with the deer. There was 5 deer that crossed right in front of me.
You're kidding.
A whole family. And they were like, I don't know, maybe 20 feet away.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just like a nature experience.
Yeah, it's like a nature preserve. It's like
in our neighborhood.
It's like living in the Everglades.
I could charge. Come on over and we can see bears and deer and.
Yeah, we could. A lot of mornings I leave pretty early, and we had a cold spell go through last week. So maybe a mile from our house down the road, there's a canal and a preserve where there's a big herd of deer that are right along the side of the road. Pretty often, several mornings a week. I've seen as many as like 15 or 18 out there. But lately, because it's been cold, the water's been cold, there's been some other people laying out sunning.
Oh, the alligators.
The alligators. and they're not little. They're not. They've been eating well.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad they're not coming down by us. There's no reason for them to come in our neighborhood because there's no water except at the end of the block way
Yeah.
over there. There's no reason for them to walk down
No.
the street.
By the way,
That's
I got here
interesting.
in plenty of time. Helen informed me I had 2 minutes to freshen up, and I did it. So
Yeah.
here we are. I changed clothes, I freshened my hair, my makeup,
Yeah.
and I was on time.
Yeah. So here we are. So happy holidays to those who celebrate holidays.
Oh yeah,
And
because Hanukkah already started
mhm.
last week.
Yep.
And then we have Christmas coming up.
Yeah, 12 days of Christmas because we're 12 days out today, right?
Mm,
That about right?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think it is.
No,
Because today's I think it's 12 days out. Or is it 10 days? It's something like that. I think it's 12 days of Christmas. I don't know any. So anyway, yeah. So we've had an interesting week. It's obviously a very busy time of year for us. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, everybody trying to get into the salon before the holidays. So it's really pretty pretty hectic around here, and then trying to wrap everything up for for the end of the year as well. So. But yesterday we had our company Christmas party. That was nice.
no, it was the salon
Oh yeah, I'm
going
sorry.
to lunch.
It was the
Ken
salon
invited
going
himself.
salons. All right, I wasn't even supposed
It
to
was
go.
just supposed to be the salon girls, and Ken invited
Okay,
himself.
here's what I didn't know when she told me about it. I just assumed that I would that I would go. But then she informed me that it's the girls at the salon.
At the salon,
Right?
and
Okay.
that was it.
Right. So then I said that's fine, and so I got uninvited, and then I got invited again, and then I got uninvited, and then I got invited again, and I wasn't planning on going. So anyway, but I got to go. I got a free lunch out of it,
Mm.
and it was wonderful.
You whined.
So I
You
know.
pouted.
Not really, not too much, but anyway. So
Mhm.
anyway, so the girls had a had a Christmas party. I
It
got to
wasn't a Christmas
take one.
party. It was a lunch.
It was lunch. All right, it's not really a party. It's lunch.
The three of us
We all
were
went to
going
lunch.
to lunch, and Ken
And Ken tagged along.
tagged along.
Anyway, yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so that was a fun way to spend the day. Got any other fun facts for us tonight, or do you want to talk about some things?
Let's get into some curly stuff.
Let's get into some things. Well, first of all, let's talk about this. If you are a licensed professional hairstylist, or you know of a licensed professional stylist that's maybe yours that doesn't have any curl training or could use some, we have some 2-day hands-on Raw Curls Academy workshops coming up. Helen, can you show us on the feed? There you go. It's a 2-day hands-on workshop with Melanie. The classes have always been small, and now lately, the last couple classes, they've been significantly smaller due to COVID. So if you really want some attention, this would be the time to get it before all this quarantine stuff ends, because then we're going to go back to regular class. But you get a lot of attention because we're still way smaller.
Mhm.
Most classes are like 28, 30,
Mm.
and our max is like what, 12? Is that right? Or is it
No,
15?
Like 8.
Is that max 8? I don't even remember. It's small.
8.
I know that. So if you would like to sign up for one of those classes, you can go to rawcurls.com/academy, and you can see some of the dates. There's more dates that are going to be added shortly, probably this week, at least one more date. We've got February and March classes available right now. January is booked, so can't do it. And also, one other thing that I'll bring up, if you are a licensed professional stylist and would like to become a Raw Curls or a Raw Hair Organic Salon, the new 2021 wholesale salon program has come out, and you can message me about that or email me at ken@rawhairorganics.com, and I can get you that information if you'd like to be hooked up with Raw Curls products, because they don't make your hair fall out. That's the tagline. They don't.
That is not our tagline.
I've been using it.
No.
I like it.
Don't.
I like it.
No, don't.
Okay. All right.
That is not our tagline.
That's not?
No.
Okay. I like it. Anyway, okay, let's get into some curly hair questions, and I've got one right here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Get it?
Haha.
Bear with me. All right, Melanie, what do I do to help my 3-year-old daughter's fine curly hair? Every day it's like tiny rat's nest knots.
Right. So definitely, need to be using the right products and making sure that you're keeping up on getting the ends trimmed, and that will keep the hair from splitting, which a lot of times is an issue. Our curly hair is rough anyway, and then with the raised cuticle, it wants to tingle. Definitely use something like a light leave-in conditioner, Raw Curls anti-frizz spray, something of the likes to detangle the hair and leave in the hair so that you can help it to not snarl and not frizz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw in a couple of the of our curly hair groups this past week that there were a number of people that had felt that on the back of their hair that they had been getting like fairy knots
Mm-hmm.
on a regular basis. Now, would a silk or a satin bonnet solve that?
It definitely helps. The silk satin and the pillowcase are really good as well. And then, a bonnet will definitely help to, preserve the hair and protect the hair and help to keep it from tangling and snarling like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
What are fairy knots, which I believe is what they're the technical term, are fairy knots more prevalent in shorter or longer curly hair?
Longer.
Longer.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea where they come from?
The fairy.
The fairy, because there is no logical sense as to how they
Well, sure, because
single strand
again,
knots is. I think
it's
the
the
real term
raised
is.
cuticle,
Yeah.
like, that's where the hair splits, the cuticle's raised, and it just gets tangled, so it knots up.
Mm, okay.
Hmm.
Will with that, is that something a conditioner or a deep conditioner would fix, or is that something where it's more considered a split end and needs to be cut?
Mm, no, conditioners definitely help. Absolutely, because it's going to smooth down that cuticle and make it lay flat.
Okay. All
Hmm.
right. Good. All right. Bear with me here. Let's see what else I got. I hold on a second. Da, 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 da.
It's kind of like, for women, I don't know if you've ever had this happen, but I certainly have. When you have those really fine, dainty chains, like on a necklace, and somehow it gets a little knot in there, and it's like impossible to get out
Hmm.
because it's a tiny, tight little knot on those really fine, dainty, chains.
Yeah. I bear with me. Okay, I've got another question here. We're trying to get the hang of the new system here that Facebook has us using, and
Mm.
it's still a little difficult, but
Mm-hmm.
we're working through it.
Okay.
Melanie, as the day goes on, my curls lose their shape and body. Why? What can I do to help keep this from happening? My hair is thin and fine, and she's a Diva Curl product user, whether that matters or not.
There's stuff popcorn that somebody dropped on the floor.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. Well, she keeps trying to eat it.
Hmm.
Anyway, she's a Diva user.
Yep.
Make sure that didn't fall back on the floor, please. Um, so ask me the question again.
Of course, you're going to make me ask a hard question that's difficult to read. As the day goes
Oh
on,
yeah.
my curls lose their shape and body. Why? What can I do to help keep this from happening? My hair is thin and fine.
Okay. So a lot of times that's a matter of using a product that's not holding up, that's not strong enough, it's not firm enough. Like I would suggest the firm hold gel because then you're starting off with a stronger curl and more definition. And also be careful when you're scrunching out the crunch or breaking the cast because sometimes people get carried away and they're doing it so aggressively that you're breaking the product down completely that there's nothing left in there. So by the end of the day or the next day, you're not having as much curl definition or hold because you softened it so much from the beginning, or you started with a product that's not strong enough. Like if you use a cream or a mousse or something like that that doesn't have as much hold, then that's what's going to happen. It's going to break down quicker.
Okay. All right. Good. All right, Melanie, I've got a question. We've got some products in front of us here,
Mm.
and I want to talk about this one. I don't know if you know anything about this, and you can tell me if you do or don't, or if you want to elaborate on this.
Well, I can't
I've
see what it
I've
is.
heard that's why I'm trying to move them around. There's discussion that I've seen over the last couple of months about a technique, and I've seen people do this in two different ways, uh, which one seems a bit in reverse. They're both something I don't think we've ever talked about here. But what are your thoughts about using a technique of using and laying products, of using gel, then mousse, then gel, or mousse, then gel, then mousse? The theory is that it reduces frizz.
I would find that unnecessary. Um,
Depending on the product,
mm,
because if you've got a product that here's what I was thinking, and I'm just going to throw this out there for you to answer. Here's what I was thinking when I heard people talk about this. The first thing that comes to mind is cheaper products, negative, positive, charged ions repelling against each other and opening up, causing the frizz. So what's the way to get? So if you're using a product that's that's cheaper, that's charged that way, that that by doing a like a three-part layering might actually help to control that.
no, what
I don't know. Yeah,
no,
as I
what
said,
I
I don't
feel
know.
like is happening, when you mix products together, when you layer them, you're diluting them. So that like if you take a mousse and then
A
you put
curl cream and then a
yeah
gel and then
yeah
a
you're
yeah.
diluting the strength of each one of those, so it's going to be softer and therefore not have the hold. So my recommendation is that you would use like the only time I really layer those kinds of products is I will put the mousse on for some volume, like on fine hair, but then I go on top of that with the firm hold gel, to try to give it as much hold that I can get, or I would just go in straight with the firm gel. But yeah, then I don't, if you're starting out with wet hair and then you're putting those products on, that's what you need. You need that hydration, that moisture in the hair, and then you're locking and sealing it in. And the gel's going to, again, have more hold than a mousse or a cream. So, but to do the third step doesn't really make sense to me. That just seems redundant.
Yeah. Um,
So
maybe you could actually try it.
I'm not really interested.
I meant for an experiment.
Why?
You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it and I wouldn't recommend it. So why would I want to try it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Hold on a second. All right, I got another question. No, Ann Carballo, no, we won't do that. Um, for a number of reasons.
And
Um,
I'm gonna
we don't want to share pictures of kids.
I'm gonna elaborate then
Uh,
too, on that same school of thought. So if I was using the mousse and the gel together, like I said, I would do the mousse first, and then I always go from like the softest and the least amount of hold product to the strongest, because again, you're locking it in. So if you are gonna put a firm hold gel on or a gel, and why would you put a mousse over it? It's just gonna be like weird. It's not even gonna really, be able to function the way that it's supposed to, because it's light. It's very like moisturizing, and so if you're just putting that on the gel, I just don't see that it's going to be beneficial. The only time that I would use a mousse after a gel is like on a type 4 curl where you're refreshing on a day that you're not washing,
mm-hmm.
and then you can scrunch and squish that into the hair because it's going to kind of moisten and moisturize it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
But I mean, there again, that's probably a problem with some people that are having issues with the products breaking down. You're already breaking down the gel if you're putting the mousse on top of it.
Right, you are, and and that's true. I mean, because you've seen I see lots of people in all the groups. This happens quite a bit. Is people struggle with a product, and I mean it could be a number of reasons. It could be the quality of the product. It could be that you didn't use it long enough. It could be it's just the wrong product. It could be a number of things, but and we get it. Trust me, we get it. This whole curly girl thing is a lot of trial and error. And anybody that tells you there's one size fits all answers to this is not um, that's not accurate. It just isn't. There
No,
just isn't.
absolutely
So
not.
yeah. So what we see a lot, I see this every single day, is people with product routines that will have as much as say 6 products in their routine. And I know
Mm.
I can tell how that happened is, like for example, say they're using a curl cream as their styler, and then they're using a gel, and then and then they're using some finishing spray on top of it. Well, that tells me that one of those should be doing the trick. One of them. Which one it is, I don't know. But you shouldn't need all those. You shouldn't need, cleanse, condition, anti-frizz spray, a curl cream, a mousse, a curl cream, and a gel. You shouldn't.
No.
That's because there a lot of them. It's
To me, it
redundancies.
sounds, I mean, that's like I've seen stylists and, uh, I won't mention any names, but I've seen stylists that mix color that way. And it's because they don't know what they're doing. They're just putting a squirt of this and a squirt of that. And, they're and it's actually like counterproductive because you're like
So
neutralizing.
instead of knowing the theory,
Yeah, it's like you're
they're
just throwing
guessing
some
to
of
get.
everything, and
Yeah.
it's like, just this hodgepodge mix. But
Yeah. As salon owners, that sucks because it's
mm,
expensive.
well, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I've seen so many formulas that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and I suppose that makes it
But
difficult.
that's, again, that's not understanding color and, formulations.
Okay. All right. I was wondering if you could help me figure out why I would struggle so much to get a lather out of my shampoo. My hair is low porosity, and even when I do get it soaking wet, when I shampoo my hair, it dries up. There's no lather. And the struggle is real getting it to distribute. I've tried sulfate shampoo, sulfate free, even hard water shampoo. I've tried getting my hair wet in intervals as I massage my scalp, and a scalp scrubber, and I've even used a ton of shampoo, which is the only way I can really get a lather, and even then, it's not much. I don't feel like I'm getting a very good clean. I don't know if I'm overreacting or if this is an actual problem.
So she didn't say what product she's using.
No,
She talks about
she
different
has
ones.
not. Yeah, she has not. The first thing I thought while reading it was the first thing I thought when I was reading it was, okay, is this is she using a sulfate-free shampoo and then not realizing you're not supposed to get a lather?
Well, our the raw curls products are sulfate free, and you do get a lather, but it is not. Sometimes it's not excess. I wouldn't be alarmed. It's not like you have to have a lather to mean that your hair is getting cleaned. However, she also does not mention how often she's washing her hair. So I've noticed people that go longer, like let's say a week or more. I was going to give you those pictures of my client that goes like 2 weeks without washing her hair, but it still looks good. Um, but people, when their hair is more dirty and they haven't washed as often, then it seems like the product is being absorbed into the hair because it's working to remove the dirt and the oil and the things that have um, built up on the hair. So it's doing its job. But then I bet if she did a second shampoo, it would lather right up. So depending on the products, even some of the sulfate frees like ours have gentle lathering agents in them. But she said she did add water because sometimes with the raw curls, I have to, I put it on and I scrub and I get it, all on my scalp and everything. But then I put my head back and add a little bit more water, and then it usually suds right up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So again, it's all going to depend on the product, but that is, something. It's not going to be maybe as much or as aggressive as the sulfate shampoos, but it doesn't necessarily. That's not the measuring agent to see, that your hair is clean. However, like I say, I have a feeling maybe she's only washing like once a week or, something like that. Because if the hair is dirtier, then it does seem to just kind of absorb into the hair.
That you kind of answered my follow-up question to this was, if it's somebody that's going a long time between washes, is it not so much the hair that's sucking it up, but the dirt and the oils?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to keep in mind. Definitely something to keep in mind, and keep us
Mm-hmm.
posted. Let us know how that turns out for you.
Yeah, like I say, if she did 2 shampoos, I bet the second one would lather right up. Or if she did clarifier and then a shampoo, then I bet it would.
Yeah. Well, that actually brings me to that's actually kind of a fun interlude.
Hmm.
That brings me to talk about our one of our sister products that I don't think you guys know about. A lot of you don't know is our Raw Paws pet shampoo and pet conditioner for sensitive skin. And
Oh,
this
Murph.
this time, yes, Murphy Murph, and we're going to talk about Murphy Murph. Not going to embarrass her tonight, but we're going to talk about her. The we've we've got actually a good amount of people that will use this, but I see people talk about this time of year that that they switch up their hair products or that their scalp gets itchy or their skin gets itchy. Well, guess what? Same thing happens to your dog. And I've got a friend actually that has that same problem. And her and her husband reached out to me about a week or two ago, and said this. They said, they had gotten a new puppy a few months ago. Puppy, this thing's like 100 pounds. This puppy,
Still could be a puppy. Murphy must have known we were
it's
talking about her because she just scratched at him.
right, it's a puppy.
Like she just
But
went
yeah, well, there you go. But she had
scratch.
talked about that, that the dog's itching like crazy and never did before. And she said, "Do you think your shampoo and conditioner, would help with this?" And I said, Absolutely, because that's what it does." And our pet shampoo, both of them are 100% natural, 70 to 80% organic, and the pet shampoo that we use is a sulfate-free formula. So I actually, what Melanie was talking about washing people's hair and then having to add water to it. That was a great interlude because I brought Murphy home from work with me the other night, and it was Friday night, and Murphy needed a quick bath,
No.
a short bath, right?
Oh,
And it was the
now
day
she's
before bath.
licking me.
Uh-huh.
She must feel bad for scratching my leg. Now she's
Now she's
licking
gonna
me.
lick it, and that was before bath day. So she got a little cleanup on Friday night, and then I gave her a bath on Saturday, and I give her a bath a lot. And it's
Aw.
literally the same thing. Is that I'll put it down, and she loves bath day.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't used to, but she loves it now.
Oh yeah.
And I will put the Raw Paws pet shampoo, on her back, like a big, like a strip across her back, and then I'll work it in all the way into her skin, till her scalp, right? And I'll do it real well. And the same similar thing happens is all that shampoo disappears.
Mm.
So what I do is I grab the shower head and I give her a quick flick of it like all along her
Mhm.
and then start scrubbing again, and then it lathers
Exactly.
up.
Exactly.
Literally the same thing.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. She loves to be sprayed with hot water. Who doesn't, right?
Aw.
Oh yeah.
It's like that video where the dog is like washing the other dog's head.
Right.
Remember that?
Uh-huh.
That video? It's like
Right.
licking its head.
Anyway, so Murphy got a bath and a half. I get it. She got a bath and a half.
Aw.
She got a bath and a half this week, Friday night
I don't
and
get it.
Saturday. Like a house, you can buy a house, you get a bath and a half.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Mm.
Anyway, all right. So that's that. But yeah, keep your pets in mind. If you've got a dog, check out rawhairorganics.com. And if you look at the top, you'll see the pet section, and we've got I think 4 really cool pet care items that are not sold in stores, not sold on Amazon, but they are by far best in the world, highest quality. And I've looked, and I've looked, and I've looked, and I've looked, and that's kind of why we launched it in the first place. So,
Well,
if you
we
love your
launched
pets
it
as much as
because
we
they
love
were
Murphy Murph,
itching.
yeah,
So yeah, part of that that solution is the sulfate free, so it's not harsh drying detergents. And then also, we have, just like all of our products, we have lots of very healing and moisturizing oils and ingredients for skin conditions and to, moisturize and soften the hair, make it really shiny, which is awesome. But also in the fragrance, a lot of those pet products, that's a huge problem. They're loaded with perfumes and fragrances because people think that's what they want to, make their dog smell good. But it is very irritating to their skin, so they itch.
Mm-hmm.
We only use essential oils.
Yep. Yep. So anyway, check it out. Raw Paws, pet shampoo, pet conditioner for sensitive skin. Let's see, Melanie. What are your thoughts on hair masks? If let's see, if so, if you do have a comment, what kind do you recommend? That's funny, but let me finish the question first. Yeah, let me finish the question now. It's the cold is here, and my hair is thirsty and brittle. My hair is not a fan of coconut oil, so I don't use it. I think she means, how a lot of
Straight
people like
coconut
straight
oil.
coconut oil.
Yeah. Well, good, because I don't recommend that.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts? This is not a
Maybe.
setup question. It's a real question from Turquoise Chanel. And that
Turquoise.
is her name.
Ooh, I like it.
It is. I like
think
it.
I should have that name. Um, Perhaps the new Raw Curls Deep Conditioning Mask
Yeah.
with biotin.
With biotin.
Yeah. So this is an amazing new product that we just launched Black Friday, and we sold out so quickly, and my clients have bought all the ones in the salon. And anyway, it's an awesome conditioning treatment. So yes, I do believe in doing conditioning masks periodically, depending on your hair and your situation. Will guide you in how often you need to do it. But it's not like you can, over treat yourself. So whether you do it once a week or once a month or once a quarter, you have to decide. But like now, when the weather's getting drier and the hair is more needs more conditioning, and I would definitely recommend using some kind of conditioning mask. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Melanie, could you answer any Rezo cut type questions?
Sure, I'll try.
Okay. Got two questions. Can a Rezo cut work on finer textured hair that is not highly textured or very thick? And the next question is, how is it significantly different from a Diva cut, which she currently has?
Mm. So that I don't know because I haven't had the Rezo training. So I'm not sure what their system is, but do you know if they cut? I think they cut wet. Do you know?
I'm not sure.
I'm not positive.
I think
That
it's
I'm
dry,
not.
actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm not qualified to answer that part, but um, I'm sure it can work on fine hair. Because these cuts are not made just for one type of curly hair. They are, they should be able to be customized to whatever curl type you have. So I know I can speak for the Diva, Weed Ad, Curliso, and the Raw Curls, so I don't see why Rezos wouldn't be the same. But I have not been trained in their system, so I'm just speaking out of, you know.
I haven't been trained in the systems either.
Mm,
So.
yeah, so I don't know. And I haven't really known anyone who has. So have you? I don't think I've. Have we had anyone in our class that's gone through Rezos?
Not that I can think of. Not off the top of my head.
I don't know if she's really fussing. I don't know if she needs.
Hey, Helen, would you come and get Murphy Murph, please?
Like she might need to go out. She might have drank like a ton of water.
I don't know. Helen will know. Can you take her, please? Thank you very much. Here she comes.
Go on.
She gets ants. She gets
I don't
antsy.
know if she needs to go out. She was really
She'd
like.
run out right now if she did. So.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Melanie, what can I do to help my 3-year-old daughter's fine curly hair? Oh, is that it? Did I read that already?
Yes, that was
Okay.
the first question.
All right, bear with me. All right, let's see. Yeah, here's another. Actually, because I thought I had read this. This is actually a different person, different question. Do you recommend a Rezo cut? If I straighten it sometimes, what's the difference between the two? And I believe she means a Diva cut versus a Rezo cut. That's actually a different person asking.
No, you're
Similar
kidding.
question.
That's so weird.
Nope.
And
Mhm.
um, Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know that much about the Riso cut.
Yeah.
I was going to go to that class and then it got canceled,
Yeah.
the one in California. So, um, hmm, we'll
Okay.
have to find out more.
All right, we will do that. Hey, you know what? And since we're sitting here, we're kind of talking about this, and um, we'll have more announcements coming up after the first of the year. But hey, for those of you who are watching in the live streams tonight or watching a replay of this, if you live in an area where you don't have a curl specialist, or there's one not reasonably close, and you would like somebody like internationally known curl expert Melanie Nickels to show up in your area and give curly cuts for a day or two, post where you're from. I'd like to know where you're from. Post your city, post your state, post your general area. Like, if you're from um, a little town of 160 people, tell me what your nearest town is, like Tulsa or
Hmm.
something like that. But if you'd be interested in having Melanie come by for a couple of days and cut your curls, post where you're from. And we'll take a look at that. And Melanie might actually do that next year. If we get enough people in certain areas, we'll do it. Because we're not traveling to Walla Walla, Washington for one.
Mm.
Just pointing that out.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I have on my deer outfit when I saw those deer today.
Do you think they
We
said,
have
"Yo,
we have deer energy going
are
on.
you?" Yeah,
And
you and
it was
us.
like the movie that we watched last night where I was like reading your mind about what you wanted to say and leading you into it, just like
Oh,
the deer did.
right.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. We watched some Christmas movies last night. All right. Melanie, what is your opinion on using organic raw shea butter on your curls? I have 3B curls.
Hmm. I don't think it would be a problem, but again, anytime you're using something alone, it's not as I don't feel beneficial as something that's formulated to work in conjunction with other ingredients because they have a delivery system. It's extra added punch. You're just taking one ingredient instead of several, and trying to get the same result. So I wouldn't say it's bad, but I think I like, professional formulated products better
Hmm.
for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the coconut oil treatments. W- you know, uh, Coconut oil is used in many products as a conditioning agent, but it's not just by itself. It's mixed with
Mm-hmm.
other ingredients that are going to help it to perform better and to deliver it into the hair
Okay.
instead of just coating it.
So what states or cities in the United States have you not been to that you would like to see?
Me?
Do you have any in mind?
Hmm. Well,
You want to go to Wyoming and
mm-hmm. Yep. I haven't been out west. That's what I was going to say.
uh
That's about it. But I don't want to.
Montana, Utah,
Mm-hmm.
Idaho?
We were invited to Utah, but we never made it there, and now they sold their house. Ugh.
Oh, that's right.
Same thing with my client in Brazil. Darn it.
Same thing.
Just don't
Yeah.
have enough time to travel.
So you wouldn't mind going out west, huh?
Not in the winter.
North Dakota, South Dakota in the summer.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's where Miley came from, Sioux Falls, South
Uh-huh.
Dakota. Maybe
Hmm.
I got another
It's a big
Miley.
racetrack there too. You could stop.
Miss my Miley.
You could stop.
Is this the week that is her?
Hell, 18th. That'd be 2 years on the
Oh,
18th that we lost Miley.
Miley.
If you guys remember, who have watched this long enough, yeah. Can you believe it? 2 years ago on the 18th.
No. So sad.
She
But I
died
did
in my
see her
arms.
pictures. Mm-hmm.
She waited for me to come home from work, and I picked her up, and she
Mm-hmm.
died in my arms,
Aw, my poor baby.
which was
That was my
nice.
monkey.
Yeah,
She was so sweet. We miss her.
we miss her. I don't know if Murphy does.
Murphy miss it. Are you kidding me? Murphy's been like neurotic since she's been gone.
She
This
thinks
is
she's
it.
coming
She can't
home.
settle down and she gets like anxious
Yeah.
and she can't be left alone and all. Yeah. Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
well.
But she's also going to be 13 pretty soon. So she's like 91 and people years getting a little crazy.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. All right. I think this is directed to you. Melanie, what curl type are you?
Hmm. I am a 2C, 3A.
Okay.
Most people have more than just one curl type on their head, and I definitely fall into that category. I have straighter pieces underneath and some here and there, and then I have, some corkscrew kind of curls.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I don't know if this has been asked yet, but we've been trying to figure it out in the curly hair groups. Our best answer was just buying, trying, and error. But how do you know if something is water soluble? Is there an easy way to find out or science behind it? I'll answer that. And I've mentioned this in the group, and I said I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna work on it next week. I'll have a bit of time. Here's the thing: I've seen lots of people, including chemists online, um, say this, and it's not foolproof. And I've seen lots of it, lots of you know chemists or experts use this example. It is not foolproof. It is just like you see so many experts in the curly hair industry talk about how to tell what porosity your hair is
Mm.
with the glass test. And I'm
Mm.
like, it's not foolproof either.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that.
Mm.
Um, a lot. So my answer to that question is a lot of people say, if you put it in water and you shake it up and whatever, it should completely break apart and dissolve. Um, that's not really accurate. It just isn't for a number of reasons. It doesn't mean that it's not soluble, but it can also be the viscosity.
Right.
Um, that's that's not an accurate test. One of the things that I've been struggling with, and I know a lot of people have, and we've had a lot of discussions probably over the last 3 years, myself, Melanie, many other people about how to pick products, how to pick products that are good quality for your curly hair. And a lot of the misunderstanding and miscommunications of that um, came about early in the um, let's call it the advent of the curly girl method, of that kind of journey. And it was basically, okay, if you buy products that silicone free, sulfate free, um, you know I mean, those pretty much waxes, stuff like that. That was good enough. You pick those, that was fine. Well, what happened is, as the industry grew, you've seen a lot more brands hit the market, and they're calling themselves curly girl friendly because, well, we're not using sulfates, we're not using silicones, so we fit in the definition. Well, the problem is that now you're seeing lots of brands come about that are using lower quality ingredients. And I won't go into all this detail. I'm going to do it later. Where there's different qualities. I mean, there's everything from pharmaceutical grade to cosmetic grade to food grade to industrial grade. There's lots of different grades. So you could literally, grab a bottle of whatever curly hair product, and you could read down the ingredient list, and you could say, hey, this is $6 a bottle, and I'm looking at the ingredients, and it's curly girl friendly. Well, let me tell you, if you use an industrial grade ingredient, anything, you don't have to list on the label that it's an industrial grade. The difference between an industrial grade and, say, a pharmaceutical grade or a food grade is things like fillers, okay, or inerts. We've talked about this before at length. Um, those will build up. The inerts, the fillers, they're left behind. And that is a prime example. And I'm trying to find what I can use in this that will show up on a video, because I want to show this, because I want to do the glass technique where they talk about, where people talk about, here's how you tell if it's water soluble. And I want to show people what's left on the bottom, and because that's it. So the reason that I bring all that up, and I said I'm going to do a video on this. Helen and I are going to do it, and we're going to talk more at length about this so people actually understand it. Yeah, you're going to have to sit through a 15-minute video, but you're really going to understand it when you pick products. I believe that as far as Curly Girl Method approved products, there shouldn't be one list. There should be 3 tiers. There should be tier 1. That's best of the best, that there's no question. whatsoever, here they are. Then there should be a second tier, and then there should be a third tier. And frankly, I mean, there's a number of reasons, or a number of ways that you can tell. One
And
of
there's
which,
products that will give you lots of tears.
for sure, for sure. Melanie, for those of you who don't know, she is a certified trichologist. She's had trichologist training. She's got a trichoscope, and where she can examine your hair and scalp and put it up on a monitor, and you can see it. And she's done people's hair where they're saying that, yep, I use, I'm not going to name any brands, but I use, Curly Girl Method approved products. And Melanie will flat out show you, you got buildup.
Mm-hmm.
You just do. So that's why I said this, and again, I'm not, don't think, those of you who are long-termers who are educated, don't think I'm trying to point fingers at anybody, because I've said this to people's faces who have been in the industry long-term, that I mean no disrespect at all. And they know that. It's how the industry started. That was a great guideline when there were 4 or 5 lines nationwide that were major lines, because they fit. They fit this definition. They worked. Well, it doesn't anymore. There needs to be tiers, and I've got that pretty much spelled out. I can't really just announce it yet, and put it in a file form until I actually do a video and explain it, because I know what'll happen if I don't. People are going to say, well, why is this a second tier and not a first? I use it and my hair is wonderful, and it needs to be explained. So
Yeah, but you're now going into this whole curly girl friendly thing. We were just talking about water soluble, and I always give a very, very simple answer. Of course, it gets more elaborate, but does it rinse clean? Does it rinse clean from your hands and your hair? You can feel that, you can see that. It doesn't leave behind residue. I use these products all day long. I work 12 to 14 hours on clients, one after the other, and I don't have all this buildup on my hands. It just absorbs in, it rinses clean. I don't have to sit there and scrub. I literally can wipe my hands off or rub it in. So, now I'm washing my hands constantly, but it just rinses. It just rinses off. You don't have all this leftover that you got to scrub where I've had other products where it's sticky. It's sticky, or oh my gosh, when we used to use the hairsprays and stuff, you can see it, you can feel it. You have to work at it to get it off.
yeah, I use a forming cream on my own hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I scrub and scrub, and a lot of times I actually end up taking the washcloth and scrubbing it to get it off. To get it off my hands.
Have to use a clarifier.
But it works great on my hair.
So,
I don't have curly hair, so it's a different story.
But that's the easiest thing. That's it's. I know some people want more in depth of an answer, but that's it. But that you said you got into some things that reminded me of a conversation I was having with somebody this week, a new client that I had, and her curls looked amazing. And she had many, many, many diva cuts before. She loved her stylist. She just moved here from a different state. So she was looking for somebody new. She found me. And she said her curls have never looked this good ever. Well, what's the difference? I did, a raw curls cut, a little bit different. And I used different products, and that was it. So, and she said, and she literally told me she will not invest in high-end quality products. She was happy with what she was using, and they're store-bought, and she loves the way her hair looks. Well, guess what? She went home with 3 products because she couldn't believe the difference in her hair. She said, "This is the best my curls have ever looked."
Yeah, you don't know till you actually try it. Yeah.
So, I mean, it does make a difference, the
Yeah.
cut, the products, but, I didn't expect her at all to buy any products, because she was very, straightforward, and I thought, fine, she's happy with the way it is.
Right.
And I always
Not
say,
going to argue.
yeah, if you're happy, keep doing what you're doing. But then she saw the improvement, and voila.
Yeah. For those of you who don't follow Melanie on Instagram at Raw Curls, if you follow her, I'd say pretty much every day, every other day, she'll post before and after pictures, and what she calls her big reveal. videos that she does with her, especially new clients,
Mm-hmm.
where first time she's gotten them for a curly cut, or maybe the first time they've had a curly cut
Mm-hmm.
by a real curl expert.
Mm-hmm.
And Melanie will do their hair and then do a big reveal where she doesn't let them see it until the very end, and she's got the camera on and watch these. I know Helen's been collecting these videos
Yeah.
over the years, and we're going to actually use them in an ad campaign coming up for the Raw Curls Academy for stylist training,
Cool.
and where we can literally just show you over and over and over again the shocked
The
faces,
screams.
the screams. I can't
didn't.
tell you how many we
I
have.
know. I
I
was
can't
so bummed I
wait
didn't
till that
video.
gets edited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
I didn't videotape her. I think I was. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't have time or something. I did. I got the before and after pictures, but I actually, after she got done and she was like, just so in shock. She couldn't. She kept saying, "I can't believe this is my hair. It's never looked like this. It's never looked this curly. It's never looked this." And I said, "Oh man, I should have you do a video testimony." But, we were out of time then, and my other client was waiting. But she said she was going to go on and do a review. But yeah, it's amazing. And that was someone who was already used to getting curly cuts
Mm-hmm.
and using, products made for curly hair.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, it's really, it's very rewarding for me. It makes me feel like I'm making a difference and
Yeah.
helping people.
Yeah. What's funny is that, you did those for so long, and we just kind of collected up those videos, and I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's, because I do this every single day, and I've seen it so much, but I didn't realize until we actually, decided we were going to do something with all those,
Uh-huh.
that I started to look at, and I'm like, holy crap, do we have a lot of those? I mean, where people are just shocked
Mm.
and scream and cry and cover their faces.
Yeah.
I can't,
This
I
girl would
can't
have too.
tell
I'm
you how
bummed that I
many we
didn't.
have.
I know Jessica loves to watch it over and over, and
Yeah.
Carol too. They just, but yeah, Jess is always like, oh, she says I'm magical because it's like over and over these transformations, and yeah, people come in, I think, a little bit like whatever, leery or unsure, and then they're just blown away by what. And sometimes I am too, honestly. It's like someone comes in with hair that looks straight, and I'm going to even have curls. Let's see how much we can get out of it. And it almost never fails. It looks, so much better, amazing, when we're done.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really awesome. It's fun for me.
Yeah. So if you live in Utah, you might be able to, we'll see. Tell me where you want us. We'll see if we'll get the curl bus out there. Hold on. I got
A
another
curl bus. Now we have a curl bus.
Yes.
News to me.
Yep. I have been trying to get a hold of your products for such a long time, but I just can't. We are left to Head and Shoulders and mainstream hair care. I hate this thing.
Why can't
I'm
they
so
order
sorry.
them online?
Haircut here in Iceland.
Oh.
Would you export to Iceland? Yes. Here's what you've got to do. You've got to go to the rawhairorganics.com website, and you need to basically pick out a couple of things, put them in the shopping cart, and let the shopping cart calculate it.
Oh my gosh.
That's and who
We'll
knows?
send
I don't know.
Rudolph to the North Pole.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Melanie, you wouldn't mind teaching some classes in Iceland, right? We watched
No,
we
because-
watched Zac Efron
Yes.
in Iceland.
Yes. I
He
want to
toured
go
Iceland.
float in that.
Yes, at that
Water.
thing,
Yeah.
that hospital resort thing, whatever that.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the thermo thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because I found out that Iceland isn't like freezing cold all the time.
Nope.
And
Uh-uh.
it looks very beautiful. So
It
I
does.
would love to go there.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the show, but yeah,
Down
Zac
to earth.
Down to Earth. Yeah, Zac Efron and one of
Zac
his
Efron.
buddies go there, and they show you they show you a whole bunch of Iceland. It's actually pretty cool.
It was fun when they made the chocolate bars. He screwed his up. Yeah,
You wouldn't even eat them.
It was like, this is
They
terrible.
had to give them like some stock ones here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's funny.
It was
Anyway,
fun.
if you got, is that on Netflix or Amazon
I think
or
on
something?
Netflix.
I think it's on Netflix. Check it out. It's pretty cool. So
Yeah, it's
anyway,
fun.
all right. So maybe, I don't know if we can. No, we can't drive there.
No
no, we
curl bus?
can't. All right, let me see. Let's see. Thanks, always. Let's see. Always welcome. We have stunning nature and lots of curly Vikings in Iceland.
Ooh,
All right.
Curly Vikings.
I'm picturing that woman that had that TV show. What was her name? Can't think with the sword. Can't think of her name. All
I
right,
have no idea. But
Melanie, come to Chicago.
well, I'm from basically Chicago.
Yeah, we could go. We could go there. Let's see.
Not in the winter.
Yeah, not in the winter. I'm not.
Oh.
Melanie, can a pineapple cause hairline hair loss? It's not tight.
Okay, because I was going to say if you're pulling it tight, yes, don't do that. Um, that would be bad. That's why you see, it seems like certain cultures like to really pull their hair tight in
Mm-hmm.
buns and ponytails, and they
It
slick
pushes
it back
pushes
so
that back.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, with gel and everything. Yeah, and that causes tension pulling on the hair, and that does cause hair loss. Yeah, it's called mechanical hair loss because you're manually, causing stress to the
Really?
hair. Yes. And that goes for extensions and things that cause stress on the hair. But a pineapple really should not, because it's supposed to just be pulled up loosely. And sometimes I want to, like, if I really love the way my front curls are, I don't want to add those to my pineapple because it could change the curl pattern. So sometimes I just let those still hang out. So you could let your hairline be looser. Sometimes I'll just take a bobby pin and pin that up on the side, um, but the answer really is no, it shouldn't, because we're just gently, softly, loosely pulling the hair up.
Mm, okay. Melanie, do you have experience with coily hair?
Yes.
You do. Wonderful. All right. So if you have coily hair and you'd like to stop into the salon,
No, don't stop in.
or don't stop in, call.
Call. Yeah.
We're Melanie, you're booked out pretty far, eh?
I'm booking into February and March.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. This is back to a previous question. No, this woman wanted to know what my hair type is. No, I don't have curly hair. Is my hair's not even wavy, is it?
Oh God.
I don't think it is.
No, your hair is so poker straight. It's like Asian hair.
It is kind of Asian. But I have had curly hair in the past.
Yeah, you see it sticking up. Look
Wait,
it.
it's over here, right?
Yeah. Like it doesn't even bend.
It's
It
it's
doesn't.
difficult.
It goes up and out, but straight. It's totally like Asian hair.
But I've had curls to my shoulders
Because you got a perm
back in the day.
weirdo.
Uh-huh.
You had fake curls.
It looked good though.
You were a curl imposter.
I might do it again.
Oh gosh.
All right.
I'll get you a wig. I'm gonna get you a curly wig.
You mean
Rob
like
has
you
one.
mean like I was gonna say what was that band back home in Wisconsin?
AC/DC.
No.
Kiss.
That local band that went to tour to all the bars. Not the
Oh,
Love
the
Monkeys.
Monkeys.
No, not them. The
The
ones
Love
that
Monkeys.
wear the wigs. The 70s
Where are the
band.
wigs?
They did 70s music and stuff.
Hmm.
Oh my God, what was the name of that band?
The something brothers.
Yeah.
Starts with an M.
What was the name of that?
No, Dave Matthews.
No,
Oh,
from
okay.
what they were a
I
local
don't
band just
know.
like the Love Monkeys were.
Oh.
But they were I thought they were
You
were
can
two
keep asking me,
they
and
were
I don't know.
you would remember. They were two
No, I don't
bands and they
remember.
would
I'm not gonna
perform on the
remember.
same stage in different costumes.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I never saw them perform.
Oh God, I know you have. All right. Okay, Melanie. Somebody's gonna know.
Well, then you should know.
Kimmy loved them.
Kimmy would know.
Kimmy would know. She loved them.
What kind of music? Where did
70s
they
music.
perform?
They wore afro wigs and colored their faces in like yellows and oranges.
I
And
have no. You must
I-
have been with somebody else because
no,
it wasn't
no,
me.
no, because I know Kimmy likes some, and I wouldn't have been. Anyway,
You were
Melanie-
hanging out with Kimmy.
I was not. Melanie, I have mixed curls. The back of my hair is 2B wavy in the back, but I have some 3A curls in the front by my face. Should I be doing my styling more for my waves or my curls? My hair is fine, thick, and slightly below my shoulders. By the way, I'm in Mobile, Alabama.
Mm.
Do we need a stop?
Sweet
Is there salon?
home
Yeah, there's
Alabama.
salons in Mobile. I'm not sure.
What do you
Curly hair
mean?
salons.
I was going to say, you
Curly
think
hair
there's like
salons.
no salons in Mobile?
Curly hair salons. I don't know. Are there?
Well, I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
why
all
I'm
the curly hair salons, but
asking.
you said salons. Like there's no salons.
It's like a 9-hour drive from
for
here
my little.
to Mobile. Anyway, so what's your answer?
This rolls. I would use products for the curls.
And ignore the waves?
Well, not ignore them, but it's trying to, bring the waves up to the curls, like encourage them more, So that's what I would do. And it's not that's like my hair. I have,
Yeah, she's 2B wavy in the back and some 3A curls in the front by my face. So
yeah,
she's probably a little less curly than you, eh?
yeah. So I would try to encourage more curls. So I would, focus on using those types of products.
All right. Okay. Da, 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 da. Let me see.
We saw Ken's
That's it.
nemesis, his twin cat.
Stop. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yep, we could stop there. Been there many, many times during NASCAR weekends.
We should put
Been there
that
a
picture
lot.
up for my birthday party with the scavenger hunt with Ken's picture and the cat. They look so much
No.
alike. Yes.
No. All right. Just double checking to see if I've got any more questions. I think that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's it. If you got anything else, you've got like 2 minutes to answer.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
Any or to ask, I should say, if you got any more. I think that's it.
Mm.
Right. I think that's pretty much it. You got anything else you want to end the show with? Anything else you want to talk about? Oh, I got something. If you're planning on vacationing in beautiful Naples, Florida this winter and are thinking about stopping at the Raw Hair Organic Salon to get a curly haircut by America's favorite curl specialist, Melanie Nickels, book it now.
Mm.
Now. Like now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, good advice.
Should I emphasize that some more?
Mm.
Now. Yeah. Don't think that I'm coming down the third week of March, so the first week of March I'm going to call.
Yeah.
Don't. 'Cause you're
Don't
not
do
getting
it.
in. You're not
Right.
getting in. Nope.
Yes,
No,
right.
not going to do it.
No, yeah. So that's about it. I think we have one more show before Christmas.
Yep, that's it. That's next
Trying to
week,
get in the
which we
spirit.
should probably bring some champagne so we can celebrate our 200th episode from last week.
I wasn't even interested.
I didn't think about it.
I thought about it. I did, and I just said, nah. I'm not even. We don't drink, and I'm not a champagne person.
Right.
So.
Anyway, here's a toast.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Remember, if you're a curly hair stylist, rawcurls.com/academy. We have very few spots, and they go quickly. So have a great curl week, and we'll see you next Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time.